The Memphis Grizzlies make another move before the trade deadline this season with trading Xavier Tillman to the Boston Celtics in return for Lamar Stevens and 2 future second-round picks. So my instant reaction to this, I mean, it kind of hurts me a little bit, just like the Steven Adams trade, and like, I don't know, it's just hard to say goodbye to a guy that brought so much positive energy to the team. You know, he was a great locker room guy. That's what he brought to the Grizzlies, a lot of. And he was a great energy guy all around, brought decent rebounding, and, you know, brought a great work ethic and just showed up every single night, you know, or tried to at least, you know, when he was playing. He played with a lot of effort. So average-wise, he averaged with the Grizzlies 6 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 1.7 assists this season for the Grizzlies on 40.8% from the field. So for me, why the trade makes sense, I guess, is, you know, when you look at, you know, what the Grizzlies did with Steven Adams in that trade, you know, trading him for Victor Oladipo and 2 2024 second-round picks, it makes sense because, you know, again, in this trade, the Grizzlies are getting 2 future second-round draft picks, but I'm assuming this is the 2024 draft, but we'll see what happens, and then they get Lamar Stevens for that as well. And they just keep accumulating these trade pieces and these, you know, this draft capital. And what's going to happen, I think, is what Kleiman's basically saying right now, the GM for the Grizzlies, Zach Kleiman, is basically saying is, you know, I don't think he's 100% giving up on the season, but he's just like, okay, you know, the season isn't going the way we planned, and, you know, all these guys are out right now. You know, you got Jao, Bane out, Marcus Smart out, and with all those guys, you know, and also Steven Adams, who also got traded, obviously, but, you know, without all those guys, it's very hard to obviously win games and to stay in games, which the Grizzlies, honestly, if you really look at it, and you really put a lot of the teams in the situation that the Grizzlies are in, they wouldn't have, like, I don't feel like the Grizzlies have a great record, but I feel like they'd fare a lot better against other teams in this situation. They've remained close and, you know, decent, you know, games against teams that shouldn't even be close against, you know, in, you know, the last, you know, 10 games and such. And even if their losses, like against the Sacramento game, in that game, like, they led for like 3.5 quarters. I know I mentioned that in the Steven Adams video, but when you just look at that stuff with how much people they're down, how many players they're down, how many key players they're down, it's just really impressive to see that. And I'm really excited to see what Zach Kleiman really has in store before maybe the end of this trade deadline. I don't know what he's planning to do, but he could be making a big move here, and it could really set the tone for this next season that the Grizzlies have, the 2024-2025 season. And honestly, you know, if all our guys are healthy, you know, Ja stays healthy, you know, Bane stays all the way healthy, you know, Jaren's been in and out a little bit sometimes, you know, Marcus Smart's staying good, and we get another 5, we could be here. You know, we got guys coming up as well with Vince Williams and Gigi Jackson, who have been doing great. And when you look at the future, it's really bright for the Grizzlies. Even if, you know, say one person goes down next year, I still feel like they'll be a top team in the West, top 3 team in the West. But if they're all the way healthy, there's no way that we don't make a playoff run, I feel like, next year. I feel like next year could be the year that the Grizzlies really take it all the way and become a finals team and become, you know, and prove like all the people wrong that doubted the Grizzlies in the whole start of this. You know, obviously they needed to be humbled, and they have been, but I'm just excited to see what happens. And respect to Xavier Tillman, man. He put his heart and soul out for the Grizzlies, and it sucks, but it's a part of this. It's a part of this game. It's a part of the NBA. Trades happen, and it is what it is. But if you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe for more Grizzlies content. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.